everybody, welcome to the Drummer Show, where today I review the Digitrax Zephyr 3-amp starter set. Hello everybody, I'm Joel, and here what you see in front of you is the Digitrax Zephyr 3-amp starter set. Now you might be asking, Joel, why is it not in the box? And I have a little story to tell real quick. But I did indeed get this as a birthday present, and when I got it, it was all good. I got it, and then the bag that I got it in, because it was a birthday present, and I got it in a bag instead of being wrapped or something. When I was done opening it, I put it back in the bag and continued to play with my friends. And yeah, so somebody didn't see that it was in the bag, covered it in trash, and then yeah, it got thrown in the trash, and I was like, hey, where's my stuff? And I had to go retrieve it out of the trash. It was covered in ice cream and cake and all that great stuff. So yeah, I had to cut the labels out because the box was literally just mush and falling apart. But I do have both of the labels so that we can take a look at them here today, and then I will try my best to show you how the box would actually be set up. So you would usually unfold a label that would be up here, and well, not a label, but you would open up a flap, and then this would be the front label. So let's go ahead and take a quick look at this before we take a look at anything else. So here you can see it says, it kind of lists some of the sort of need to know sort of things, so you can read those bullet points, pause and read if you like. And then up there it says LocoNet, which is one of the things that allows you to that allows this controller to communicate with another. And then there you can see the Zephyr Express 3-amp starter set, and then there is the controller as well as the supply power pack. And then down here it says Zephyr Express, the fast track to digital complete train control. And then yeah, this is just the back, so nothing too interesting there. And then this is what would usually be on the bottom. So here you've got proof of purchase, Digitrax. It has another image, which is the same image from the front. As you can see there, they are indeed the same picture. And then here you just got some more things that you can pause and read if you like, as you can see there. So there you go. As I said, pause and read if you like, but I'm not going to take the time to look over everything because I don't want this review to be too awfully long. But anyway, this is how everything would be stacked in the box. So when you open it, I'll go ahead and move the camera and give you guys the view that you would usually see when you first open this. And here we are. This I just have my phone on a tripod right up above what I'm looking at, so that you guys can get a view that you usually get. So just imagine that there is indeed a box around here. Now, just so that you know, besides the labels, the box was just complete white. There was nothing else on it. And when you open that flap, this is the first thing that you would see. This is your diagram on how to get started. Here we have got a LT1 decoder and a LocoNet cable tester. And then here is the controller, which I have already opened this because, well, it's a birthday present, which we'll take a look at that in just a second. And then below here, this is the really nice part about getting a starter set. This is your whole entire power supply right here, everything you need. And then down here you've got your two different manuals, which I will quickly flip through. So this is the first one. This is the Zephyr Express Digitrax Complete Train Control Starter Set Manual. And here you can see up here it says Complete Train Control. What I usually hear from DCC is it's digital command control, but this seems to be the more simple version of it from what I can understand. But once again, going to scoot these things into the background so that you guys can pause and read any of this that you like. And then I'll go ahead and quickly flip through this. Got a sort of what I usually say, a exploded diagram, but this is just listing the part numbers of everything, so that something breaks, you can replace it. And then the rest of this manual is really just going through how to get you started, as well as troubleshooting. So if something goes wrong, yeah, you can probably find it in here. That's yeah, need help, and then you can also go to Digitrax website. And then the second manual that I'm going to look at, you may call this the second and this the first, but I'm going to say that this is the second manual. This is the mobile and sound decoder manual section edition, and then it says includes Digitrax series 3 through 6 mobile sound and function decoders. And then once again, you guys can pause and read any of that if you like. And then I'll quickly flip through this, and once again I'll point out some things that I found that were helpful when setting this up. So this one, things like this, these little diagrams do really help a lot. And then yeah, just a lot of information that a lot of you might say is quote-unquote boring. And then this one, I did find a little bit, I did have a couple questions about this one. It says this page is intentionally left blank. I'm not exactly sure why it was left blank, but as it says, it is intentionally left that way, so there must be a reason. But anyway, now that you briefly understand what these manuals are about, and then since you're watching this video, I believe you probably have this already. If not, you're looking to get this, or looking to get into DCC, and these are basically just getting you started. But anyway, luckily this isn't too much to explain. Here's a power supply. So here you've got your power brick, as well as here is the prong that plugs into there, and then here is your prong that plugs into the wall. Now I do live in the US, so if you're wondering, yep, that's what it looks like. And then here's what plugs into the back of your controller. Right, so there is the power brick, which I'll go ahead and put that up for a brief second if you guys want to look at that. So this is a 50-watt power brick from what I understand with electricity. So I'll scoot these things up to the back. And then this, as I said, it's just a cable for testing, nothing too interesting, but I will open this up for you guys and take a look at what is inside. You guys can pause and read any of this if you like. There you go. And then here is the other side. There you go. And then once again, this is just diagrams getting you into it. And then here is the actual handheld, and it's showing you how to plug it into the rear of the Zephyr starter set if you would like to do that. But anyway, here's the cable. It's really simple. It's basically exactly what you'd have on the back of the this would be the back of your controller, and then this would be your handheld cable going in, and there you go. So there is the testing cable. And then here is your exploder diagram, which I am going to, well, not exploder diagram, but this is a diagram, which I'll go ahead and zoom back a bit and show you guys that. And now that I've zoomed out a bit, I'll go ahead and unfold this for you guys and show you what is on here. So here is the diagram. It's basically steps to get you started, and then the manuals are to help you more or to help you further if you don't understand anything. So I'll briefly go through this slowly so that you guys can pause and read if you like. Try not to get my arm in the light. There you go. This is step 4 right there, and then here is your other 4 steps there that focuses. So there's step 5 and 6, and then here is 7 right there. So there are 7 steps here, and then this one in the center is just explaining, or it lists or labels a couple of the keys or a couple of the soft keys, and then on the other side you have a really nice powered by Digitrax thing. So I might be hanging that up. And then I did notice this is this I do know the name of these. I'm not exactly sure what it is, or I can't get the word to pop in my head at the moment, but there's this thing. I'm not exactly sure what you use it for, but it's in here for a reason, and I know that much. But anyway, just wanted to list that real quick. And now to go ahead and get back down to the table and take a look at the controller. So I'll go ahead and start by undoing this bubble wrap casing that is around it, and then we can pull it out there. And then these wires that you see here are not included. I am running this with Bachmann Digitrax because that's what I usually run around my floor, because I do not have a layout set up yet. But anyway, so these wires are connected to a clipped off end of a Bachmann Digitrax connector, and then those are wired into the back. So here you've got your power. Here is where you would wire things in. So this whole entire assembly kind of clips off, and then you can see there that you just use a set of screws to tie in your wires. And then it does list everything under here. So you can see there you've got, well, if I hold it the right way, you've got rail A, rail B, prog B, which I believe that's for a program. Yeah, you got ground D, program A, jump 2 and jump 1, and then you got USB, and then local net A and B, and then here is your power cable. And then it does have some nice rubber feet on the bottom, and then I will go ahead and get this into focus if you guys want to pause and read for that as well. And then here on the front, you've got a little screen, and then you've got the A, B, and C soft keys. You've got a 1 through 9 and 0 keys so that you can pretty much do any number you want. And then you've got your local key, menu key, switch key. This is your power status key going to the track. And then this key is to sort of like cancel out. And then here is your forward and reverse and brake handle. So this is forward, brake, and reverse. And then your track status light is here, so when you press that, this will turn on. And here is your throttle, which we all know what that is. And then here you've got the Digitrax DCS52 right there. So I've got the power cable plugged in now, and we'll go ahead and see what it does. Now I do already have this set up a little bit, but that is not going to fault what it does at all. I'll just have to explain a couple more things. So there you can see it is plugged in, it has everything there, and then you can see I have the locomotive number right here set to 45, but the one that you will see at first is going to be set as 3, as that is the default number for all DCC equipped locomotives, from what I know. But anyway, here you've got all the information. So this is your loco number. This is your throttle, so it's right now you can see it's at 0%, and if I go forward as I rise, you can see that it will go to 99, and then when I hit brake, you'll see that it says local throttle braking, local throttle brake end, and then when I switch to reverse, local throttle brake end. And then up here you've got all of your different things, so you can see here if I press 0, that goes on and off. I'm not sure why 4 is on. And then down here, these soft keys do quite a couple things when you're in the menu. So if I click this menu, you have all your different things here. And since this is a review and not a demo, I won't be showing how to program locomotives, brand new locomotives in this video, but I might in the future. It is very unlikely, as I don't understand this all the way yet. But anyway, you can see that the track status light is on, and if I click this button, as I had said, it turns off. There you can see. But anyway, I got a small little thing of test track here. Right there, this is just some Bachmann Easy Track. And then I'm going to plug this into the back, or not into the back, but into one of the sides of the Bachmann Easy Track. And then I'll go ahead and show you guys how you would operate a DCC equipped locomotive and a non-DCC equipped locomotive, or a DC locomotive. So I'm going to go ahead and first grab a DCC equipped locomotive, which here I've got the Bachmann Spectrum 45 tonner, or the GE 45 tonner switcher locomotive, which I just got, and I will be doing a review on this locomotive as well here pretty soon. So if you are a subscriber, I do recommend staying tuned for that, but if you like trains, I also recommend staying tuned for that. So I'll get it out of the package here real quick, as I have already opened it up. But anyway, now that I've got this on, I'm going to go ahead and face it this way so that you guys can see the different light on either side of the locomotive. So here, the code that you give to activate the light is 0. So if I put this into reverse, now if I put it on reverse, this light closest to us should turn on. Not exactly sure. Oh, if I turn the track status on. Now if I press it, it should come on. So there you can see when I press 0, it turns on and off. And then when I go to forward, it's doing the same thing. If I bring it up closer to the box, hopefully you can kind of see that glare. Yeah, so you can briefly see it in the footage. I'll try to turn it around if it actually shows up here. So if I click 0, there you can see the light is turning on. So this is indeed controlling the lights. And on this locomotive, they are directional, and since it does have a DCC decoder inside. And then yeah, now that I am already on the code 45, so I can control this. As you can see, there's forward, here is reverse, as you can see there. And then if I click 0, I will get my light on here. And you can notice that with a DCC controller, your light never dims depending on how much current you're putting through the track, which is why it's called digital command control, because it's not done through analog like DC. Now I'll go ahead and grab a new DC locomotive, which I just got not too long ago. So this is a new DCC equipped locomotive, and this is a new DC equipped locomotive. So here I have a well, I gotta get it out of the package real quick. Here I have got a Bachmann GP50 a EMD GP50 high hood in the new Fork and Western scheme. So here it is. It's a very nice locomotive. So as I said, EMD GP50 high hood in the new Fork and Western scheme. And if I set this on, you'll hear a very high-pitched sound there, which is because that's a DC locomotive and not a DCC. You never want to leave it idling very long. That will lead to your locomotive potentially melting and overheating. So to change your locomotive road number here, you press your local key here in the top left, and then you would click 0 because this is a DCC locomotive and you can't change the locomotive road number in here, and since it doesn't have a decoder. And now if I click to, that would be forward. Yeah, you can see it starts to move forward. And then if I click reverse, you can see that it will start to move in reverse. So it works just like a DCC locomotive. The only thing is that you don't have directional lighting or any of that because it isn't a decoder, and you can only control one analog locomotive from here, unlike how you can control multiple DCC locomotives if you are using a DCC locomotive. Now I'll go ahead and put this one on just to prove that you can indeed control two locomotives at once. So we'll turn on the track status and we'll put in the code 45, and now we are controlling our little switcher locomotive. So you can see that's moving without the other one moving, but you will hear that the sound from the other one is changing because it is the motor fluctuating between the signal going through the track. Now if I get this to go forward here a little bit, you can see that when I have that one doing that, I can go to the other locomotive still and control it dependently from the switcher locomotive. So there you go, there's the demonstration of the controller, and hopefully you guys better understand how it works now. And with all that being said, I hope I covered everything necessary in this review video, and if I didn't, please leave it in the comments and I will try my very best to answer any questions. But if you guys enjoyed the video,